Today, I'll be teaching you the exact validation strategy that I've used to build these courses, which have made me over $755,000 over the past 6 years and are still generating $16,400 per month consistently. This strategy works with any course idea in any niche and won't cost you a penny. But first of all, why would you spend all this time validating a course idea instead of just building the course? Basically, if you don't validate your course idea, you're risking months of hard work and thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in resources and wasted time, either creating a course that people don't really want or people don't think that they want, or entering an extremely competitive niche with really strong existing competition to where your course never sees the light of day. And this comes from someone who's learned it the hard way. But when done right, validation gives you the confidence and clarity in knowing that people will actually want and buy your course before you ever launch it. Here's how. First, you need to know that people will spend money on a course in your given topic. When someone's searching for a course to buy, what a large percentage of these people do is go to Google, type in your main keywords followed by the word course. And using a Google keyword tool like Key Search, which you can get free access to this tool I'm about to show you in the description section of this video, you can actually see how much demand or how much search volume there is for your given course idea. And how you do this is log into Key Search, type in your main topic keyword like ChatGPT, German language, chess, massage therapy, followed by the word course. When you do this, you'll see average monthly Google search volume, and essentially the higher the search volume, that means more people are actually typing and searching for this keyword on Google, and there's a huge correlation between people searching for something and people wanting to buy. So basically, the higher the search volume, the more demand there is in your topic. And the lower the search volume, the lower. And what we look for is hundreds, if not 1,000 plus monthly searches for our specific course idea. If it's around 100 or especially less, that means there's very low demand for that topic. People aren't going to search and find and buy your course. Now, another amazing free tool for course validation is using Udemy.com. If you're not already familiar, Udemy is basically like Amazon.com, but instead of selling products, it sells courses. Instructors like myself list courses on this platform, and it's the largest e-learning platform in the world. So basically, if you're gonna go sell a product online, you would look at Amazon, right? You look at the competitors, you would look at what's selling, the price points to help you know how to fit, even if you don't plan to sell on Amazon. The same is true with Udemy. It's huge, and there's a ton of free data that I'm gonna show you how to access that will let you know if your course is worth pursuing or not. First, sign up for a free Udemy instructor profile, which literally costs $0. And we have a full video showing you how to do this step by step on the channel. So go ahead and watch that first. Once you create your free account, you'll have access to what is called Marketplace Insights. This free tool shows you the average monthly profit for the top 5 courses in any given category. So again, type in your main course keyword into Marketplace Insights and see the revenue that's being generated on Udemy. And again, even if you don't sell on Udemy, you can use this as a benchmark and compare with other course topics. You can also just type your general course topic into the Udemy search bar and manually see the top 5 courses that show up, and specifically look at the number of reviews. Why? Because in order for a Udemy instructor to get reviews, they have to make sales of their course. So the more reviews there are, the more sales there are for the course. Now, a general yet accurate ratio to use is look at any given course and multiply the number of reviews for that course by 30. So if you have 1,000 reviews, multiply by 30, that's 30,000. That's a good estimate for how much gross profit that given course has generated. Basically, you want to make sure that people are searching for your course and people are buying at least similar related courses on the biggest online course platform in the world before you launch your course. Because if there's low search volume and there's not a lot of courses, or the courses aren't making much money, that means low demand. Now, the trajectory of your course topic is just as important as current demand. Basically, you want to make sure that if you're going to create a new course, that interest in that topic is either going to stay the same or increase year after year. Because think about it. Let's say you have the best physical newspaper in the world. It's done really well, you write really well, the best distribution, all of those things, but guess what? People are reading physical newspapers less and less and less year after year after year. So what's gonna happen to your business? It's only gonna go down even if you're number one. Where let's say you create a ChatGPT automations course. that topic is going to be increasing year after year after year. So even if you do okay and you're a middle seller of a course in that category, just by being in the middle of a growing category, you'll outperform the top performer in a declining category, if that makes sense. And a free way to know if your overall topic or industry is increasing or decreasing over time is to use Google Trends. So go to trends.google.com. For date range, select the past 5 years. For location, select either the United States, worldwide, or your given market. I like to look at both the US and worldwide. And then, actually the first thing you'll do is enter your course topic into the kind of little search bar there. So you'll enter in your topic and maybe some other related keywords in separate searches. For example, when we search for piano class or piano course, we see overall that it's relatively stable. Where if we type in ChatGPT, we can see it's dramatically increasing. Compare this with the term Amazon FBA, and we see that in recent years, it's been on the decline, which I can personally attest to. What Google Trends is showing you is search interest in this topic over time. So the more interest overall people have on Google, the more searches they have relating to this topic, the more that will increase. And then if it decreases, then you'll see a decreasing line. Extremely simple, extremely powerful. Now, let's say your course idea has high demand, good search volume, there's courses that are making money, there's an upward or stable trend of this course idea. Well, how are you going to be different from all of the existing competitors? They already have existing reviews, they have existing students, maybe they have shout outs in blog posts or influencers on Instagram or YouTube. How are you going to compete with them? This is where you need to know how to position or differentiate your course idea. Basically, how we do this is to look at your overarching category and then niche down specifically. Maybe there's a certain feature or function of a tool that you're going to cover, or a system or strategy, or you appeal to a specific group. So let's say that there's an entrepreneurship course, but maybe entrepreneurship for women, or entrepreneurship in India, or different marketplaces. It can be really infinite. A real example is on Udemy, there were a lot of courses about YouTube marketing and YouTube growth, just very general, very robust, included a lot of detail, but I'm a YouTuber and I just wanted to test and create a course in the YouTube space because I have knowledge and success with that. So I decided, okay, how can I niche down within the big YouTube overarching category, right? And differentiate and get specific. So I looked and thought, okay, what are important to YouTubers, right? Whether what they know or they don't know, but what's important to them? Monetization, growth, SEO, etc. And I looked at each of these individual subcategories and went through the exact same validation process that I just shared with you, and basically found that YouTube SEO only had a couple competitors, like directly competitors of YouTube SEO specifically, like all in, fully focused on search engine optimization for the YouTube algorithm. And they didn't have very good ratings. And I watched their courses. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're way outdated. I can make a way better course. So I did, and have made literally thousands of dollars from my YouTube SEO course, which is actually very short, did not take me much time, and is a huge ROI for my time and money up front. But guess what? If I would have taken more time and created a YouTube marketing, YouTube growth course that's actually more valuable, even at the same price, I wouldn't make any sales. Wait, what? If you make a more valuable course, you'd make less sales than making something that's a bit more short or concise? Yes, because I'm choosing how to compete. Some people are like, hey, I already have a YouTube channel, but I know that I'm struggling with SEO. So they don't want a whole general marketing course. You can think about it as a store. Let's say there's a store that sells violins and paintball equipment, okay? Just a very dramatic example. And then there's a store that just sells paintball equipment. If I'm a paintballer, where would I rather go? Would I rather go to the store that sells both violins and paintball equipment, or to the store that specializes in just paintball gear, because they're an expert in that specific thing? Same idea here with YouTube is really honing in on that specific function, because it's for the people that know that that's lacking and want to really increase their skill set. And maybe it's where some of these other bigger courses were actually lacking. Same thing with Amazon FBA. We do have a full, robust Amazon FBA course teaching people how to create and sell profitable products on Amazon. Very competitive space. But at the time that I created this course, I found that there's very little information about Amazon advertising specifically. Super high demand topic, not a lot of courses about this specifically. So I created a course specifically about Amazon advertising, which has done very well in the past years. So think big idea. And if it's super competitive, which usually it is, how do you niche down? So instead of JavaScript, think JavaScript for WordPress. Instead of sales, think about car sales. Instead of Photoshop, think Photoshop for social media. Instead of cooking, Mediterranean cooking, etc. Now, as you niche down and position your course idea, you want to go back to step one, look at Google keyword volume, look at Udemy, just to see, number one, yes, that there is demand in the overall category, but there's also some good evidence that this specific niche, there is demand, and I especially like using Google keyword volume for this specifically using key search. Now, this free hack is going to blow your mind. You've niched down, you've positioned your course idea, there's demand for it, but you want to make sure that you understand your students, their fears, their desires, what they want. Make sure that you're able to compete, know your competitors' strengths and weaknesses, even if they're indirect competitors. So what you can do is, again, going back to udemy.com, and you can do this with Trustpilot, with Facebook reviews, and other platforms as well. It's all the same process, but look at the top 5 competitors in your space. So basically the top 5 courses in a particular category, open them in a new tab, click on the review section, and scroll down to where you have 200 reviews per course for a total of about 1,000 reviews. Copy and paste blindly these reviews into a free Google Docs template. Export that Google Doc as a PDF, so now you have a PDF with all of your top competitors' reviews. Upload that into ChatGPT with this free prompt, which I'll give to you in the description section below as part of the Udemy Freedom Bundle. And with the reviews and this prompt, copy and paste both into a message, hit enter, and ChatGPT within literally seconds will tell you what your future students like, what they dislike, their fears, their desires, their occupation, gender distribution, non-obvious insights, things that would take you hours to figure out on your own. Is this powerful data, and by the way, this powerful data that you can use to write all of your course copy, write emails, create your entire course outline, lectures. You can use it as a devil's advocate to say, hey, here's my idea for my course. What's missing that you know my students want? And it'll tell you, okay, students reference this multiple times. You don't have anything about this. So here's a creative way of including that in your course to make it the best possible. So by this point, you'll have keyword data, review data, and revenue data that back your decision of whether, yes, this course idea is good to move forward or not, and gives you all of this additional beneficial data that gives you way more confidence and clarity in knowing exactly how to position yourself. But with all this being said, one of the most overlooked parts of the validation process is capacity. Are you able to deliver? Because now you know what you need to provide and do in order to have a top-selling course. But are you able to do that? Do you have the skill set to do that? Do you have the resources to do that? It's important to check first before you embark on this, because then later down the road you realize, oh my gosh, I don't have the marketing budget for this. I actually don't have the experience here, and I should have probably partnered with an expert, and just saves a lot of hassle down the road. And another massive key in the course validation process is marketing. How are you gonna market and advertise your course? Or really a better question to ask is, you have a brand new course, how the heck are your target students gonna be able to find it, see it, and buy it? Now, if you have a fairly large social media following, email list, you can create a landing page describing the course, right? And it can be either Kickstarter or your own kind of custom landing page with all the information, payment processor, and literally reach out and say, hey, we're launching this new course. You can pre-buy it now. If we don't launch, then we'll refund your money 100% back. If we do launch, then you'll get this exclusive launch discount. And that's amazing because then you know for sure if people actually want your course or not, because you'll literally have actual money. And that's really the best way. But here's the thing. What if you don't have a giant social media following or email list like most of us don't? Well, I can tell you from experience that Udemy is the best platform to launch your course by far. Because Udemy is the only platform where you can have a brand new course with 0 reviews and start seeing sales in as little as 2 weeks without any advertising or marketing spend at all. This is partially due to Udemy's strong domain authority, or DA, where if you type in any course topic into Google, usually one of the first 5 search results is a Udemy search result. You click on it, it'll take you to Udemy, to that course there. And with its unique algorithm, Udemy is not just the best platform for course creators in the world, but it is currently, mathematically, the best online business opportunity on earth. And if you want to learn how I generate over $16,000 per month while working literally less than 6 hours per week, then check out the free training linked in the description section of this video and consider joining Freedom Falcon Academy, where we literally walk you through the entire process, beginning to end, nothing left unturned, where you can make your money back from the course in as little as 3 months from enrolling. So check out those links now. Hope you found this video immensely valuable and look forward to sharing way more secrets with you inside.